While the U.S. strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean Sea are under scrutiny, a double-tap strike on one of the boats has invited criticism, with congressional inquiry and allegations of even war crimes that have been committed. However, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has defended the strike, citing the fog of war. This comes while reports have surfaced which claim that U.S. forces launched a follow-up strike on the wreckage of a vessel that had already been hit, reportedly killing 2 survivors. Reports even suggested that it was Pete Hegseth who had issued a verbal order for the second strike, but Trump administration has been trying to distance Hegseth from the very decision and shift focus to the U.S. Navy commander who directed the same strike. During a cabinet meeting at the White House, Hegseth said that he did not see that there were survivors in the water when the second strike was ordered, saying that the thing was on fire, which led to the action in the first place.
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded in fire or smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand. You sit in your air-conditioned offices or up on Capitol Hill and you nitpick and you plant fake stories in the Washington Post about kill everybody, phrases on anonymous sources not based in anything, not based in any truth at all.
Earlier, a Pentagon spokesperson also repeated the White House assertion that Admiral Frank Bradley, who now leads U.S. Special Operations Command, made the same decision to restrike the narco-terrorist vessel, saying that the senior Navy officer was operating under clear and long-standing authorities to ensure that the boat was destroyed. Democratic senators have slammed the September 2 strikes, accusing Hegseth of passing the buck. The House and Senate Armed Services Committees, both led by Republicans, have now opened investigations into the strikes. With this, lawmakers will also have a chance to question Bradley later in the day, who is scheduled to provide a classified briefing to key lawmakers overseeing the military. A family in Colombia has also filed a petition with the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights in the U.S. Capitol, alleging that Colombian citizen Alejandro Medina was illegally killed in a U.S. airstrike on 15th of September. The petition marks the first formal complaint over the airstrikes by the Trump administration against suspected drug boats. However, despite all the hue and cry, the administration has pledged that the strikes would continue. Hegseth having also said that the U.S. has paused strikes for now because it's hard to find drug boats in the waters now. But strikes against drug traffickers have just begun and shall continue as well. During the same meeting, President Trump said that countries manufacturing and even selling drugs to the U.S. are subject to attack, adding that the strikes wouldn't be limited to just Venezuela and that the administration is going to start doing those strikes on land, saying that striking on land was much easier. This comes while U.S. has already deployed a massive force in the region. Panama and the U.S. even carried out a joint training exercise. Participants practiced air ambulance drills, simulating the extraction of injured people. In parallel development, Pope Leo urged Trump's administration not to try to oust Venezuelan president using military force. Asked during a news conference about Trump's threats to remove Maduro by force, Pope Leo, the first pope from the U.S., said that it is better to find ways to have a dialogue, maybe pressure, including economic pressure as well. Our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York.
The U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth announced on Tuesday during a cabinet meeting that the U.S. military has, quote, only just begun sinking narcotic trafficking vessels off the coast of Venezuela, saying that the strikes target narco-terrorists poisoning the American people. Now, his comments follow a now controversial September strike in which a boat suspected of smuggling drugs into the United States was destroyed. And according to media reports, a second follow-up attack was launched to kill 2 survivors. The move has drawn serious questions about potential violation of international law and rules of engagement as well. The administration insists that its strikes are lawful, but with lawmakers now demanding more answers and scrutiny intensifying, the incident has quickly become a major political headache for Pete Hegseth and the Department of War. Susan Tahmani reporting from New York for WION World as Well.